First, Larice, thank you so much for coming. Let me see. Let me go through my email real quick to see who's sending me hate mail. Anna Mae, what do you say? What you doing today? I love your name so much, Anna Mae. I love Larice's name. Larice, Philippines' most eligible bachelorette is in the house. Y'all folks, let me know if I have any communication issues going on. Thanks so much for coming. Hey, I don't know if you guys realize this, but I've been getting a lot of hate mail lately. What's to hate about the Danster? What's the hate? What's to hate? You know, I just try and delete those hate messages that I'm receiving. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. Anyway, I don't really know why. Hey, do you guys ever get those alerts on your phone? It says, "Oh, here's your OneDrive memories from the past." Oh my goodness gracious! I'm telling you, what if you don't want to remember the past? Don't you delete all that stuff, right? Yeah. Let's see. I got an advertisement here for a space heater. I don't think we got plenty of heat going on here in the Philippines. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what else I got. Well, a successful day. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't used Google Voice, so what I did was I kept my cell phone number from the States, and then whenever somebody needs to contact me, they just text me to my old cell phone number, and Google translates it into transcript, and it shows up on my phone, forwarded to my email account or my Gmail account as either a message or a voice message, just like it was a message left on my phone. If you folks are planning on coming over here to the Philippines, you kind of have to dot the I's and cross the T's, make sure all your bases are covered. So check this out. Eddie, you'll be interested to know this. I probably have already talked about this, but I just want to mention it again because it's an exciting way to manage things. Good morning, Akil Mertz. Thanks so much for being here. So, for example, Eddie, let's say that you're going to come over and you're going to live permanently in the Philippines, but you want to keep your bank account in the US. If you retain your cell phone and you use Google Voice to forward the messages to you, when the bank does two-step verification, you'll receive those messages on, your forwarding email. So whenever I go into my bank account and I log in, I'm always prepared that they're going to want to do two-step verification. So that means I have my phone and my computer open at the same time. This allows me to receive the code in case the bank is requesting code be entered, a numerical code, or even to answer questions. I could do it right here from my email, and I don't have to have the phone active. The cell phone is dead. It just forwards the text messages that people send me to my email address. Thanks so much, all 5 of you that are currently in the chat. I certainly appreciate you coming today. I was going to do an open forum, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to talk about today. Good morning, Carlito. How are you? Bryce Aid is in the house. Jen Lynn is here, and Jalen, I think. Jen Lynn. And I got the fabulous Larice in the house, the Philippines' most eligible bachelorette. I wasn't feeling good yesterday, so we postponed Thanksgiving for today, and I will be here for a little bit. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. But hopefully you're feeling better today, Eddie, and everything is going okay. Drinking Milo and eating Pandasol. I just had some Pandasol, and I got 3-in-1 action going on today. I got a little Nescafe because I wasn't able to put another pot on prior to going live. And so what I did was I just opened up some 3-in-1 from Nescafe Original, add a little bit of water and hot water, and boom, away we go. Yep. I know what I wanted to say. I got lost the other day. Ma'am Minnie could not find. We got separated. She wanted to go into the market and go shopping. I went over to the wet market over at Bye Bye City. I went over to the public market. I started walking around. I don't know if you folks saw my my Filipino lips video, lip pointing. But that's my latest video up. And I had so much fun doing that. But I was wandering around the market and around the Dunkin' Donuts and around Bye Bye City trying to get Filipinas to point direction for me, so I can make a video about it. But it's very difficult, it's very difficult. But during this process, Ma'am Minnie and we got separated and she panicked. She was out grocery shopping. She went looking for me. She couldn't find me anywhere. And whenever she would go up to a Filipino in the market and say, "Hey, have you seen my husband?" They would be doing this. Well, yeah, it was hilarious. So anyway, she ended up taking the groceries home, and she grabbed the brother-in-law on his motor, and they came over and they started searching for me. But they didn't have to search for very long, because when they pulled up, I was already in the pedicab getting ready to go home. So I was there waiting for the pedicab to get a couple more passengers, and then when we were getting ready to take off, here comes brother-in-law and Ma'am Minnie on the back, looking for me. "Hey, how you doing, Larry Lee? I cannot hear you. Uh-oh. Am I down and out? Hey, let me know if you cannot still hear me. Someone let me know in the chat if you can hear me or not. Because I'd been talking to myself. Good morning, Carlito. Let's see. Let me catch up again, and I could go down here, and I could see. Someone let me know if you can hear me. Maybe I turned off my mic. Maybe I muted my mic by accident. I'll wait for you folks to get back to me before I continue. Hello, Suretti. I cannot hear you. I can hear other YouTube channels. Dan, yes, I thought about that. So I tried Magic Jack, but the fee I didn't like. So I use Omi, and if I use VPN, I can actually receive and make calls to the USA. There is a one-time fee for Omi of $60. Wow, that's great. I think the one-time fee for Google was $20 to go in, and what do they do? Clone the number. They go in and they grab it. I was on T-Mobile, and they went in and they had to check to see if the number were available to be cloned, and then they went in there and they said it was, and they grabbed it. Interestingly enough, my wife's number was not available to be cloned, and I'm not sure exactly how all that works. But I figured we were good to go as long as we had one number working, Okay, Eddie says, "Hi, Larry, I can hear Dan." Uh-oh. Larry can't hear me, but Eddie can. So Annie is in the house. Hi, Annie. Nice to see you. Welcome. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So Ma'am Minnie panicked. She thought I had been kidnapped. And she came looking for me in a panic. Everybody in the market was telling me, "Your wife's looking for you. Your wife's looking for you," right? So here's the interesting thing about a small community. Oh, Dave is here. Dave, how's it going? Here's an interesting thing about the small community of Bye Bye City Leyte, right? So all I was doing was going down row by row in the market, right, in the public market, and I was saying, "Oh, have you seen my wife? Have you seen my wife? Have you seen my wife?" They're pointing like over there. Some of them were doing lip pointing. Some of them were just pointing. "Your wife just went over into the vegetable section, Sir Dan. So it's so funny because everybody knows. See, you can't get away with anything in a small town. Everybody knows who you are. They know who you're with, and so they know. So the whole thing is everybody knows you, right? Everybody knows your name. They may not know your name, but they know you, right? So that's the. Thanks for chiming and letting me know that you're able to hear me. Now I'm worried about you, Larry. I'm really worried about you now. Anna Flores in the house. Oh, let me get a sip of my Nescafe 3-in-1. Mm, okay. What did Larry say here? Oh, Dan, somehow he muted your channel, just mine. Listen, if there's anyone that should be muted, it's probably me. That let's see what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the contest. Listen, you know, I wouldn't say that my thumbnails are clickbait, right? Exactly, not exactly. Oh, Mel is in the house, but it kind of is, But I wanted to show you. I wanted to share something with you about the contest. So I have had my trustworthy assistant working on. That's not Mam Minnie. That would be her goddaughter. Some of you have seen her in a few videos now so far. But anyway, are you guys? You guys are taking care of me. I see that we got a couple trolls in here. Error occurred. Try refreshing the page. So can you guys delete the porn site stuff for me, or do I have to go in and do it from my phone? Let me see. Beautiful girls here. Well, there are beautiful girls in the Philippines. So I'm not sure you need to go to that website in order to find beautiful girls. But let me see. Let me go into my. For some reason, I'm having a. It keeps giving me an error message. When I try to block the user. So I'm going to put them in timeout. See if that works for right now, and hopefully they will go away. But one of you moderators, which is just about everybody, feel free to block that user if you can. And then maybe it's just my computer acting finicky, and I can do it from my phone. All right, well, that's firing up. So Minnie, they were saying that she was really nervous about losing me. She panicked, went all over the place, looking for me. All right, Girl Sexy is timed out for 5 minutes, but somebody block them if you can. Somebody put them out of business. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. What was the other thing? Oh, yeah. All right. So now the important stuff, the drawing. Okay. So now I have a trusty assistant working on getting all the names together to go in this. Now, I went looking around to see if I could find a fishbowl because that would have been cool, right? But I went all over Bye and I was looking. I went to Metro Mart and I went to Prince Mall. I could not find a fishbowl, but I realized that Mam Minnie and I have a punch bowl, right? So let me grab that. So the names are going to be going in here. So now my trusty assistant has been working on the spreadsheet on Excel, and so we're trying to make sure we don't miss any names. If you comment in one of the last 5 or 6 videos, then your name is going to be in here, right? But I should reveal. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to show you that we aren't planning. This is Dan's 10K peso Christmas cash giveaway, right? So that's hard to put on a thumbnail. So I figured that, you guys realize this is a Christmas cash giveaway, and the 10K is 10K peso. So I want everybody to have confidence this is actually going to happen on Saturday, December 17th at 8 a.m. Of course, I'll be starting at 7, my usual time, and then we'll build up the excitement till 8 a.m. I just wanted to show you that I just acquired the cash, right? So now I wanted to show you, I have it sitting here in the bowl. It's in the bowl. In my hand are 10K, 10, count them, 1,000 pesos bill, waiting for you to win it. Waiting for you to win it. Yes, there it is. There it is. It's going to be sitting right here in the punch bowl until we need to bust out that punch bowl, take the money out, put the names in, and then we'll be drawing. We'll be drawing winners. That's going to be December 17th. I believe that's a Saturday at 8 a.m. Now, we got the generator going. So even if there's a brownout, as long as somebody knows how to fire up the generator that we put in, we should be okay for doing the drawing. I worry about brownouts on the day in which we're doing the drawing, you know? That would be bad. That would be bad. There's something else important, you know, that I wanted to talk to everybody about. It's going to take me a moment, I think, to think about it because I'm kind of on a roll. Oh, yeah. I know. Crystals. Here's the thing. Okay, so some of you have noticed and mentioned that my channel is no longer monetized. That's because I didn't do a few things I was supposed to do for AdSense. You know, I was supposed to give them verify my address, send them an updated ID and all this other stuff. And I have yet to do it, and I'm not sure I'm going to do it at this point. One of the reasons why I'm not sure about it is because, you know, you have YouTubers that are over here in the Philippines. They're working on visas that don't allow you to work and earn money. You know, that's one point. The other point is that any money that you earn here in the Philippines is taxed by both the United States and the Philippines. So let me give you an example. In the Philippines, it's a straight 30% tax. In the United States, it's tax on top of tax. And so probably altogether, I most likely, of course, your name is in there. I'm almost sure I saw it, but I'll double check, Anna Flor. So here's the whole thing. You're double taxed when you're working here in the Philippines, but I'm not supposed to be working, you see. And once I start earning money, then I'm basically, once I start receiving money, I should say, I could earn it, just not receive it, right? If you receive money and you're working primarily from the Philippines, or the revenue source is directly from the Philippines, then you have a whole bunch of different issues. You got tax issues, you got visa issues, you got this, you got that going on. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to take care of business eventually, but for the moment, I think we're going to set aside the whole monetization thing. You know, we're gonna set that aside for a moment or two until I can figure out exactly how I want to handle it. And how I want to handle it may be just not to monetize the channel, but I definitely want to grow the channel in subscriber numbers. So those two things are not related to each other at all. In other words, subscriber numbers and money, you know, how much you make on views from AdSense, those things aren't connected to each other. So please, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll truly appreciate it. I still want to grow the channel. At some point, then we may remonetize the channel. So I just wanted to explain that for those that are astute enough that they recognize that they weren't seeing the dollar signs on my channel and they were wondering why I was not monetized. And that's because they demonetized me, YouTube, when I didn't send in my information that I just explained in a timely fashion. They said, well, and quite frankly, you know, I don't know about you. I realize that ad revenue is the way that everybody is making money, and it just annoys the hell out of me, you know? I mean, have you seen some of the ads lately? I mean, for crying out loud, they're ridiculous. Maybe the ideal thing for me is just not to monetize the channel because, number one, I can't stand the ads. I can't stand some of the ads. Hey, Daisy Lynn, I saw that you were monetized. YouTube sent me a message and they said, oh, Daisy Lynn is back in business. I was so pleased, and I meant to send you a message through Messenger, and I just It just slipped my mind. You know, I was running late, getting ready to go live, and it just skipped momentarily my. So you guys, listen, go into Daisy Lynn's channel. If you haven't already subscribed, she's going to be start singing again. I would imagine, and I am thrilled. Let me see. Let me see. I got things going on here that I want to take care of. If you guys would just give me a moment, I'm going to take care of a little housekeeping business over here on my phone. Let's see. All right, you guys cover me. You moderators cover me. And make sure that you don't let any of the scumbags in today. That's your job. All right, so that's where I am as far. Dez is in the house. Hi, Dez. Really appreciate your support. You're in the BG. Okay, well, I'm happy you're here. Even if you're in the BG listening, I really appreciate it. All right. So now, what's the whole thing? What's the whole thing about monetization? Okay, so yeah, don't hate on me about that monetization thing, because the main objective of monetization, from my perspective anyway, was just to earn money from AdSense and then share it with y'all. And so if we're gonna stay with that plan, then I have to straighten a few things out. Like, for example, I have to get my the proper visa, which shouldn't be a problem because, you know, Minnie and I are married, and so you know, that means that I can apply for the visa, and I could most likely apply for a resident visa. I could most likely apply for a visa that allows me to work. I wouldn't be happy with having to pay 50% in taxes, though, on the revenue. So, yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, congratulations, I saw that. And so that's fantastic news. That is fantastic news. So that means that we can count on you singing again on your channel, which I personally am looking forward to. I miss it. I've had to do reruns, replays, you know, on your channel in order to get the voice action that I'm looking for. So anyway, Tim, are you here? Tim? Yeah, so what else happened? So that's the story on monetization. You know, I'm not a fan of the. Some of you already know about my feelings about the whole Facebook Stars program. You know, I'm not a fan of that either. You know, I just plain have a hard time giving commission away. You know, to outfits like you know, Facebook. I just, for some reason, it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what rubbing me the right way would look like, but for sure, the whole Stars program, because, you know, there are only so many hours in a day, right, Tim? Tim, I don't know if you feel me on this. There are only so many hours in a day, which means that you have to divide your time before this amongst the social media platforms. And so I have a hard enough time keeping up with YouTube, let alone going into Facebook and figuring out how that works. I figured that the only way that I would be successful getting people to, you know, connecting all these channels together would be that I would have to hire a social media consultant or somebody who knows how all this stuff works that could tie everything together. I mean, that would cost money, most likely. I mean, if you wanted to hire somebody that realized how all this stuff worked, then you'd be spending all your money paying them and probably not so much money sharing with your friends, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know if I'm on the right track. Oh, you're on way. Oh, no kidding, Larice. You're on your way to Manila. Congratulations. Enjoy your trip to Manila. I wish I were there. Would have met. We could have met. Hmm. But thanks for sharing and letting me know. So anyway, if you're in the Philippines, you have a GCash account, and or you're in the Philippines, you have a PayPal account, then your name is going to go into that punch bowl that I just showed you. And we're going to have the drawing on December 18th, 10K Philippine peso giveaway. And then the same day that we draw your name, barring any complications, I will be forwarding that to you, that money to you. And so we're going to kind of do like 5 people will win 1,000 peso and 10 people will be winning 500 pesos. So, and I'm not planning on putting any duplicates in that punch bowl, except that if you have multiple channel names, then you want to, of course, make comments in the videos so that we get your alternate name in there. You know, like Ninja Daisy Lynn or Larice Resurrection. You know, stuff like that. That's always fun. Bryce, of course, can use Bryce 8, or she can use Bryce 1 through 8. There's Daisy Lynn. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Listen, this is going to be thrilling. I'm already very excited about it. I've got to tell you, there's nothing better. There's nothing more exciting than giving away cash. Oh, there's something else I want to talk about in this open forum, folks. There's something really important here. Something else really important that I've got to say, you know, and it's important. I've been thinking a lot about this, right? Because people have been sending me messages and things like that. Okay, so I have not been able to attend a lot of live streams lately. That's because I've been so busy with wrapping up the work around the house, and then I get so tuckered out that I end up going to bed early, and then I miss some of you. I love you, but some of you, you're doing 2, 3, 4, and 5 live streams every single day. I don't know how you do it, but it exhausts me. So you would think that I would have lots of opportunity to attend your live streams, but yeah, you sure. Crystals make up another 20. But here's the whole thing. I'm so busy. You think that I'm retired, right? I could just hang around. I got nothing to do. Truth of the matter is that I'm busier than I've ever been in my entire life, right? But and I plan on becoming even busier, because the plan is, once we get all this stuff done at the house and things are kind of coming to a close, then we're hitting the road. Man, Minnie and I are hitting the road, and we're going to be visiting, some other places. So, but I could tell by some of the messages that I'm getting, that they kind of look like this. You don't come to my live stream anymore. What did I do? You didn't do anything. I'm not mad at you. I support you. We're still buddies, I hope. We're still friends. We're YouTube comrades. Oh no, maybe that wasn't a good way to phrase it. But anyway, the whole thing's, we're fighting the same battle. Now, if I subscribe to your channel and I'm a supporter, like I subscribe and send you money every month, that's pretty good. That's kind of like the sign that everything is all right in the neighborhood, isn't it? I mean, I haven't canceled any subscriptions to anybody's channel, right? Oh yeah, I love Luzon. Yeah, we'll be there soon. You watch and see, Crystals. I have not canceled my monthly subscriptions on your channel. Yeah, if anything, I want to join a few more, but the whole personalizing, the fact that I'm not attending your live stream as often as I used to is a fact. It's a fact, but it's it's a fact, but it's not personal. It's because I'm so busy. Yes, compatriots, thank you. We're all in this together, uh, Larry. We're all in this together. And so I just wish that the couple of you that have sent me, I don't know what to think about it. I really don't. No need to cry. There's no need to cry. I'm sure I'll be back in the game soon, and I'll be attending your live streams again, just like I used to, right? But a couple, one or two of you have actually suggested that I did it deliberately. That I'm deliberately not attending your live stream for some reason. I don't know where you get that from. I don't know where you're getting that from, but that certainly couldn't be further from the truth. I haven't been there, but I certainly have not canceled my monthly subscriptions to your channels. Is anybody in this chat feeling me? Do you feel where I'm coming from? And besides that, here's another thing. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about. YouTube can be a roller coaster ride. I have noticed this with other folks, right? That you'll see all of a sudden they start slowing down in the posting of videos and start slowing down in the live chat, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere they're starting to post 3, 4, 5 videos per week. People go through these. It's like a roller coaster ride. It's like a roller coaster ride. There are ups and there are downs. YouTube is not my entire life. YouTube, it only represents maybe 10%, 10% of my, 8% maybe it's even less than that, of my time. If I can come up with an idea and I can get it done within 4 or 5% of my available time, then of course I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna upload a YouTube channel. I'm gonna upload a video. I'm gonna have a live that goes longer. Those types of things. But man, there've been one or two of you that you kind of have come at me sideways. You kind of have come at me sideways, and so it's not fair. It's not fair because, quite frankly, I'm just too nice of a person. What did Mel say? Yeah, we know that, sir. Yes, of course. It happens to everybody. Everybody, something happens in your life, and then you're busy and then you get consumed with other things. Or you have that situation, or maybe you just get plain tired of YouTube for some reason. So, I mean, YouTube is it's work, it's work. I mean, I like doing videos and things like that. I like doing video. Oh, thank you very, very much for that acknowledgement, Mel. I like doing videos and things like that, but it's not my entire life. So now in the Philippines, that being said, it is not lost on me. It's not lost on me, and I certainly appreciate this, that in the Philippines, it's a different ball game. We're not just talking about a social media platform. We're talking about people that use YouTube in order to make a living, and I full well am aware of that. And so maybe the thing that's going on is you're taking a look at it from your perspective. That you want me to be in the game 100%, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, just like you. It could be. I'm probably wrong about that. But the thought has crossed my mind. You know, I certainly respect you and what you're doing, you know? Yeah, and not only that, Crystals, people forget about you very, very quickly also. That's the other thing that bugs me about the channel, that some YouTube channels, they will forget you very, very quickly if you're not uploading videos 2 and 3 times a week or having live streams. You know, I've got to tell you that most of you in this chat, you have way better views than I do, than I will ever have. You know, and so, but it's a process, you know. YouTube is a process. If you want to build it, you've got to go steady, you know. And I think Tim had said something to me about, if you're going to have live streams, Dan, you have to have the same time, the same day, consistently every week or whatever the time frame. You select it and then you stick with it. And so I have it every Saturday at 7 a.m., you know, because I appreciated what Tim was saying was probably right. And my intent is to upload 1 or 2 videos every single week so that you don't forget about me, because I don't want to be forgotten about, you know. So I hope that I've explained that in a way in which you guys respect and appreciate it, you know. And I know that someone's going to say, well, monetization must come into play. Well, it does to a certain degree. I mean, I don't really need to monetize the channel because I'm a pensioner, you know. I have a couple of pensions that I receive, you know. But I fully respect that when you're in the Philippines, you know, you have to keep the machine going, because, you know, that's the way that you earn a living. You know, not only that, but some of you here in the chat, you have hecka super chatters. You have hecka people that are sending you money consistently through super chats and to your PayPal accounts on a very, very consistent basis. And you got to keep that machine going. Aileen Cruz official, welcome, welcome. How are you? Yeah, I appreciate everybody that's here today. I truly do. So, but I full well understand that you got to keep the machine going. I will encourage you. I will help you keep the machine going. I will not let people forget about you, Jaylene. I won't do it. I won't let people forget about you. Mel, you know, I'm always going to put your name out there some kind of way. The forgotten thing. Yes, it's horrible. There's Jason. Jason is one sweet man, I got to tell you. Hi, Jason. Thanks for coming. So, thank you for sharing. That's where I'm at with it, you know. That's where I'm at with it. But I want success for you. I want success for you and your channels in the worst possible way. You know, because as Sunshine Shoulders says, if you've ever been on the website, when you help someone else, you help yourself. This is a what do they call that? A law of nature that most Filipinas and Filipinos understand very, very well. They know if they help you grow your channel and put yourself out there, that good things are going to come to their channel also. That's how the whole social media platform is designed to work. You know, but I cannot shake, you know, this idea though, the idea that that everybody, because of the success of YouTube and the AdSense program and all this other stuff, that everybody now wants to jump into the game. The problem is they want to jump into the game getting commission out of my pocket money, out of my bank account. And I would rather just be able to send it to you directly. And that's really what prompts this contest. Every now and again, I'll go into your channel, and if I see some new people that are in your chats, then I'll want them to know that I exist, and so I'll do a little super chat, you know, and that'll get my name on the board, hopefully. So I like doing that. I don't really like giving people like Facebook and other platforms my hard-earned money. For example, if I go and I buy stars on Facebook. Let's say I go in and I buy stars on Facebook. That is money coming out of your pocket. Don't you guys understand? I'm not rejecting supporting you in Facebook either. The whole thing is that it takes the money out of my pocket that I would normally be sending to you directly to your Gcash or your PayPal accounts. I don't know if everybody looks at this the way that I do. I would kind of be surprised if people tell me they don't think about it that way, but I do. Of course, I'm a mathematical genius, so you know, and I don't know how to use Facebook, so who would be supporting me? The whole thing is it takes both time and money away from the YouTube platform. And so, folks, whether you believe me or not, right? It's a threat to your success. That's all I'm saying. It's a threat to your success. You use the free features on Facebook, so that you can tie the social media accounts together if you want, But that's the only thing that I see that it's good for, because otherwise it's robbing from the same pot of money. There's only this pot of money, right? There's only this pot of money, right? Okay, there's only so much money in here. Okay, now I have to figure out every month where this money goes. You see, where's this money going to go? Am I going to give some to Des? Am I going to give some to Mel? Am I going to give some to Crystals? Right? Where's this money going to go? Right? And then someone saying buy stars and share support your creators or whatever they're calling them on Facebook. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're still busy. Okay. I'm probably boring you anyway. Yeah. Am I wrong, Knitban? Knitban, you don't have to agree with me on everything. But am I wrong? Am I wrong about this? Oh my goodness gracious. I just wanted to talk about it so that everybody understands where I'm coming from on this whole thing, It robs you. It's going to rob you. It's going to rob you of your time and your money, And so I'm not saying don't go into. See, now if you've noticed, right, some YouTube creators are starting to focus all their attention, since this whole star program has emerged, right? There's some people that are spending a lot of time on Facebook. And so now I'm thinking to myself, oh, they must get a higher return, right? If they go to Facebook. Yeah, I want stars all understand. Well, you are a star, Des. You're a superstar. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Anyway, Rookie, thank you. The thing is that I'm not trying to offend anyone. That's the whole thing. I just don't like offending anyone. And the intent is not to. Of course, I wish everyone success, no matter how they approach it, how they decide to approach it, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I'm not pushing back against it, but I'm not promoting it either. I'm not pushing back against the idea. I'm just not giving them any of my money because it's going to rob you of your money and your time. Let's see what Mel has to say. Money is important, but the most important thing is the friendship that we built, Jordan. You're a very nice person to us, and thank you for showing us how good friend you are. You're exactly right. And that's the reason for me wanting to talk about it, is because I don't want to lose anyone's friendship. By the way, if I do over this, that just shows what a shallow individual you are. It doesn't show how mean of a person I am. It just shows that how shallow you are. how egocentric you are. That's all it shows, you know? I mean, let's face it. Let's face it, because there's certain people that I've shared plenty of my blessings with, and I was happy to do it, you know. But to come back at me and start doing this passive aggressive crap, I'm not standing for it. There's no need for it when I've been so generous to you. There is no need for it. And that has happened in like 3 or 4 different cases. Listen, I'm not calling anybody out on it. But quite frankly, it has hurt my feelings to a certain degree. You know, it has hurt my feelings. Well, you know, if you asked me for some, I probably would kick you down a few pesos, Larry. Anyway, if it were not for the fact that that's how people survive and make a living, then I probably wouldn't be it wouldn't be in the forefront of my mind. You know, one of the things I'm not thinking, I wouldn't be thinking about, oh, you know, I should be sharing the love with everybody, you know, that sort of thing. Sess is here. Good morning. Sess is traveling all over the Philippines right now. Speaking of a person who I really enjoy on Facebook, that's going to be Sess. Yeah. And so my rant today has nothing to do with what's going on with Sess, for sure. I'm Sess's #1 fan. I'm her #1 fan. Oh, my goodness. All right. Where are we? I'm getting all this off my chest. They don't call me Plastic Man for nothing. No. I didn't mean... I meant to say transparent, not plastic. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I will sell a few of my friends for enough, but they deserve it. Larry, Sess sends her best. Sess is, let's see, the last I saw, I think says you were in Mindanao or somewhere. I don't know if you're still down there doing the road trip. Let's see what Crystals has to say. My first time coming here, you're not giving away money. I keep coming back because I love the topics and sharing my thoughts about it. Feels good, Sir Dan. I enjoy it so much. Up until now, she said. Up till now. So what has changed? See? Oh, you made it home last night. I mean, you've been on the move, Sess. You've been all over the place. Yeah, Thailand. No, even though I haven't commented, Sess, I've been lurking, you know, viewing all the videos, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's amazing, you know. It's amazing, especially when you went to the White and the Blue Temple in Chiang Rai. It made me want to return and go back. You know, it made me want to go back to Thailand, and I think we are. I think we are going to go back soon. I think there's a trip that's in our future. We're going to be heading. I think we're going to do. I think I was so tired, you know, the last trip to Thailand, going through Chiang Mai, that I think what we'll do is we'll go in. We have some friends coming into Bangkok that we want to see, and so we'll probably go into Bangkok and then we're going to catch the plane straight to Chiang Rai. If there's such an animal that goes straight to Chiang Rai, that's the way that we'll probably do it. So I really enjoyed watching the videos. Oh yeah, I know. I got mine right here. Nothing better. Actually, I'm drinking Nescafe 3-in-1 original, Nescafe original. So yeah, so we'll be we will be heading north soon. I think the day after the contest that we're going to have on the on the 17th of December, the very next day we'll just jump on a plane. No, that wouldn't be right because, the relatives be mad if we don't spend Christmas here. You got to spend Christmas at home, and then you could take off to lands known and unknown. We'll see how that goes. It's not even in the planning stages yet. It's in the thought stages. Because friends of ours are coming into Bangkok, and right now I think they have some pretty good travel deals for Bangkok, and so why not go again? But probably only stay a couple days in Bangkok and then head north to Chiang Rai, do Chiang Rai in the Golden Triangle. But here's the whole thing. Seth did a really, really good job presenting the history of the Golden Triangle. But there's more to the story. See, there's more to the story, and the story that I'm thinking about is the impact on U.S. Armed Forces of the Golden Triangle on the Vietnam War. And so when I was there, I'm just thinking about that the entire time that I was in our last visit to the Golden Triangle in Thailand. You guys know the Golden Triangles were Laos and Burma or Myanmar and Thailand meet along the Mekong River, if I'm not mistaken. And so the whole time I'm there, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about the impact the opium production had and the CIA's involvement in opium, the movement of the drug and how it ended up in Vietnam. No, it was probably already there. But I mean, how it ended up getting funneled into the soldiers that were fighting the Vietnam War. Anna Mae, what do you say? Crystals sends her best. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what I think about, and I don't see very, very many people talking about that aspect of the history of the Golden Triangle. So maybe I'm just inventing it, because actually you have to really you have to dig a little bit when you start wanting to uncover things like the CIA's involvement in the movement of the drugs, and of course, then again, our involvement in Afghanistan. So I know that's too heavy for this venue. I just thought I'd throw that out there, let you guys know what's coming sometime in the future. But anyway, I encourage you to go and take a look at Seth visited the museum and all those wonderful things, and you just go in there and if you haven't already subscribed to her channel, go in there and subscribe, and then get history the way that it happened. So yeah, I appreciate you folks that have showed up here. And as was pointed out to me last week, on last week's channel, it wasn't just because of giveaways. You would be supporting the channel whether I was giving away, if I was having a drawing or not. And I believe that to be true. If you guys publicly don't want to say anything about what I just talked about, you can private message me. I'm easy to find. And you could share your thoughts on what I just talked about. All right. What's next on the list of things that were on my mind? Oh, about the thing. Yeah, like I said, things are almost completed at the house. It's amazing to have the water pressure, since the water pump was installed, pretty amazing to be able to turn that faucet on and you have this water pressure, coming out just like back home. But something I noticed, um, I went into other people's YouTube channels and I saw where they were also putting in water pressure pumps to increase the water pressure. Now, we're lucky here because we have city water. And so we have city water. And so all we had to do is get a pressure pump that had a small reserve tank. We didn't have to have a big 10 or 20 gallon tank or anything like that in order to have water to keep the water pressure consistent, because we have city water and the water pressure was low. Probably it's something like, I don't know, 7 or 8 pounds of pressure. But so here's what happened. So now when I went into other YouTube channels, right, they were showing them setting their water pressure pumps to something like 30 pounds, right? 30 PSI, 30 pounds of pressure per square inch. And it turns out that I wasn't paying attention. Those were people that have well water. They don't have city water already coming in that have a little bit of pressure. So I cranked up, I cranked this water pressure pump up initially to 30 pounds of pressure. And the 30 pounds of pressure was too much, was too much. And I had some of you may laugh at this, but my bum gun started to leak because the pressure was too high. And so then before I noticed it was leaking down at the bottom, so I couldn't see it initially. But I went to go use the bum gun. And the first time I used it after turning the water pressure up to 30 pounds per square inch, I almost launched myself into outer space. Now I started laughing because you folks have ever used a bum gun, you know what happens if the water pressure is too high, right? Alpac Family TV. So I had it turned up to 30 pounds. I went to go use the bum gun and I almost launched myself into outer space. It was a sight to see, right? This was a sight to see. So I started retracing my steps, right? I started saying, uh-oh, what went wrong here, right? What went wrong? Nick Dan's laughing. So I go out, I tell guys, I think we need to turn down the water pressure on the water pressure pump. Now, it's just been installed, right? It just had been installed. And so we're just figuring out how this thing works, right? So we actually had to go on YouTube and we had to find a YouTube channel that showed how to adjust your water pressure pump. Now, you have to adjust both the large, you'll see two adjustments on it. One's a large spring and the other one is the small spring. Well, both of those need to be adjusted. One of them is going to regulate when it turns on, and the other one is going to regulate, how high the water pressure is. So you have to actually, if you want to adjust one, you have to adjust the other one to compensate for how long the pump is going to be pumping, because that is what's going to impact your, how long it stays on and how much pressure you have in the line, right? Oh, that's a safer way of doing it, Crystal, actually. Yeah, then you're controlling how much water. So anyway, so we turned it down about to 20. I think it ended up somewhere around 18 when we were done with it. And 18, the other thing I was worried about, of course, was because it blew out my bum gun. Then I was worried that, it blew a hole right in it. It wasn't just that it was leaking around where the connection to the main line, right? It actually blew a hole right through the hose. And so we had to replace it. We ended up having to replace it. So anyway, that means pressure is too high, right? Pressure is too high. So we got it all turned down and adjusted, and it is beautiful. I'm telling you, there's nothing like taking a shower just like back home. You know, where you get a nice steady stream of water. Now, I don't ask for much. You know, I don't need a whole bunch of stuff in order to make me happy, right? Just certain comforts, you know, certain comforts of home. So I don't want people to think, oh yeah, you want to bring your Western culture and all that over here to the Philippines, go back home. No, 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 it's not like that. But you know, uh, I also found interesting. So now the water pressure is coming down now, and I'm taking this shower, right, and it is beautiful. You know, it is beautiful. I can't describe how beautiful it is. I'm going to say it's fantastic, right? I've been waiting for this for so long. So anyway, that's accomplished. But something else happened. What else happened? Oh yeah, yeah. I do have to share this with you, and I don't mean to laugh about it. I mean, you know, again, I respect the culture, the Philippine culture, and I'm adapting to it uh, really, really quickly, with the exception of the water pressure pump and all that other stuff. But so here's the thing, right? So people kept coming up to me. My wife was trying to explain this to me. This is Filipino culture, right? She was, because she could see that I was irritated by what had happened. Okay, so once we got that solved, then people say, but many people, and it wasn't just one. Yeah, it means you're in a hurry to rinse your thing. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. Rinsing your thing is a good thing, though, right? Right, Crystals? We agree on that, right? So, when in doubt, rinse your thing. That's my rule to live by. Number one rule to live by. When in doubt, rinse your thing or your things. So here's what happened, right? So while this whole process is going on, the adjustment of the water pressure, at least three people, count them, three, came up to me and said, "Well, you do realize that that's going to increase your volume of water, and you most likely are going to receive a higher water bill." I listen. I apologize for laughing. I really do. I was just surprised. I went and I complained to my wife about this. I went to my wife and I said, "Why? Cha Ram is here." I said, "Why are people coming up to me worried about my water bill?" You know. So my wife was not surprised, you know, that this was happening. They're just trying to protect you, you know, trying to get you to realize that, you know, when you increase the pressure of water, you're also increasing the volume of water, you know, and so that means that you're going to get a higher water bill, you know. So let's say that I don't want a higher water bill. What would I do? You know, Cha Ram, superstar Cha Ram is in the house. So, um, what would I do then? Right? Uh, I guess I would disconnect the water pump. so, interestingly enough, I didn't have to ask the contractors, the plumbing guys, who did a beautiful job. I was so impressed by the job they did. Right? They had already made a bypass, you know, on this water pump. So the event that I decide that I'm going to change my mind about using this water pump somewhere down the road, they put in a bypass valve so that all I have to do is turn a couple of valves, and uh, it discontinues, you know, going through the water pump, you know. Oh my goodness gracious. It was so, it's so wonderful how they protected me. I don't even know if you guys are seeing the humor in this or not, honestly. Using a bum gun, water bills rises. Using tissue paper, all trees going to come down. Now, that is a great point, Crystals. That's why I really enjoy having you here come into the lives because that is another reason why I shouldn't be too worried. I mean, water bills rise, but using toilet paper is also gonna have an impact, shall we say? Toilet paper is not going to launch you to the moon like a high pressure bum gun will, but I mean, But anyway, yeah, we get where you're going with it, and so oh man. But anyway, so I got the shower. So now I'm getting this beautiful shower. So now we've gotten rid of the bucket. So now we've gotten rid of the bucket. Let me talk about the other thing that's also related to water. All right, but if you're new in the chat, so if you're here and you've commented in the chat, then you're going to be in the contest for the cash, the Christmas cash giveaway. I just want to show you the Dan Ain't plan that I got the punch bowl here, which will soon be filled up with numbers, and it's got the Christmas cash already sitting in there. I just wanted to show everybody that I went to the ATM machine. I got the cash. That's Sir Dan's 10K peso cash giveaway, Christmas cash giveaway, to be precise. And so all you have to do is let me know you're alive, and your name goes in that bowl for the drawing. So, and then I hope that you're going to be one of the lucky ones that wins the money. High pressure allows you to use less water compared to using water for 15 minutes down to 1 minute. That's deep. I want to see the algebraic equation for that, Tim. Yes, take a nap in the shade. That's right, the electric bill. So I was going to bring up the electric bill, but I think that people probably have heard enough. But now it's cooling down in the Philippines, and so we're not using the AC unit as much as we were. I'm kind of impressed. People come into the house. I think Des has been. I know Des has been here, and Jason have been here. Mel have been here. I'm not sure they've been here since we put in the second AC unit, but I have people come in and look around the house, and they'll make a comment saying, oh wow, wow, look at that. You have two AC units. One of them is in the living room, and then one of them is in the kitchen area. So you got one half of the house and the second half of the house. They're both AC. When is going to be December 17th at 8 a.m. That will be a Saturday. My live will actually be starting at 7 a.m. in the morning, but I'll be doing the build-up, the build-up to the big drawing. And there'll be 5 1,000 peso winners and 10 500 peso winners. Oh, okay. Well, it's an ice cream punch bowl. We used it for making vodka drinks the other day. And then we just dished them out into shot glasses. They're lovely. They're lovely. I don't know why you wouldn't do it, Knit Band. I see them in the Home Depot. I see them in the Home Depot home improvement store. Thank you, Des, for hanging in there. What's Jason doing? Oh, you're doing laundry. Okay, so laundry. We're going to try and figure out how to put the laundry machine out. We have not that. We just have that. We don't have that the full laundry machine. The one that like they sell in the West. We got the one that is the agitator, not agitator, but it spins. We're going to try and get that out of the main bathroom and outside into the dirty kitchen. But I think we're running out of space out there. Tim's listening in the background. Thanks for being here, Tim. I appreciate it. Yeah, so you're going to be in there. I'm putting you in there. I'm going to make sure. So you have a chance to win. Oh, that's a banana split. Yeah, that's Dan's size banana split. For sure. Oh, by the way, I just want to let everybody know I will be in the Dunkin' Donuts this morning. So come hell or high water. I don't know what time I'm going to make it there. What time is it right now? What is it? 8:11. But I am going to be there. So if you happen to be in the area of Dunkin' Donuts, then you can stop by and say hello. Some people have to go into town and go shopping today. Oh, that's it. Okay. So now we're done with the water thing, the shower thing. Oh no, we're not. I was going to talk about something else that's water related. Okay, so we had already spent all kind of hella money on plumbing. This is before I arrived, right? On plumbing. So we were going to put centralized hot water heater in, like we have back in the West. So they're not the small hot water on demand things that you see in hotels and stuff. Excuse me, and some homes. We're going to put a centralized hot water heater like they have in the West, and all the plumbing and everything had been done. All we have to do is just wire this bad boy in. We have to run a breaker, of course, which is going to cost some money. Let's see, Dan, a banana split or a hot fudge sundae bowl. Oh, I like soft serve ice cream. You know, we were in Jollibee yesterday and we could not get soft serve. Everybody was going in there ordering soft serve, and sorry, sir, out of stock. We're out of stock, sir. Yeah, heat 5 donuts for me. I certainly will, Crystals. I certainly will. Anyway, so we were going to put in the centralized hot water heater, which was going to take, all the plumbing had been done prior to me getting here. When the house was built, they retrofitted it. Once we decided that we were going to go with a hot water heater, centralized, they retrofitted everything, right? So plumbers had to go in and redo the plumbing and set everything up for hot water. And Tim says hot water is good. But guess what happens? I get used to using cold water. And there's no one in the house that thinks that we need hot water. And after a while, I start thinking the same thing. Maybe they're right. I'm the only one in the house that would be using the hot water. And so we nixed that plan. And so now I have a hot water heater that I have to sell on Facebook. I just got used to using, a regular water. It isn't cold. It isn't cold, Tim. It's warm. The water, some of the hose line runs on the surface as it's making its way into the house. And so I suppose that, that was the other thought. The other thought is, as the electric bill started to climb, we realized that the central hot water heater is expensive running all the time. So here's the plan. Tim, as you know, we built the outdoor CR, right? And dirty kitchen. And everything's in operation. As a matter of fact, most of the people in the house love going out there to the outdoor bathroom to take a shower and to do their business in the morning. I'm not sure why, but I see there are 5 of us living here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there are 5 of us living here now. And I see everybody in the morning making the pilgrimage to the outdoor bathroom, the outdoor CR. I haven't figured out why everybody likes using that. Maybe because it's brand new. I'm not sure why they like using it. But anyway, I'll have to ask. To see why everybody likes going out there. But anyway, so I come up with this idea. So I said, wait a minute. The breaker for that water pump, right, can be used for a hot water on demand system. And so maybe the answer is that if I desire hot water at any point in time, I will use a hot water on demand system, and I'll only run it in the outdoor CR. So if I feel like, oh, I need a hot shower, right, I'll just go outside and take a hot shower, but I'll use a water on demand unit and run and attach that 40 amp breaker to that. I know it's supposed to be separate, right? But I figured the water pressure pump isn't going to be running, 24/7, right? We turn it off at night, but also we could take advantage of that breaker, even though it's not the cleanest way of doing things. You can still come off that 40 amp breaker and run a hot water on demand system. Yeah, well, and guests may not like it. Let's say we have you over, Tim. You say, "Oh, Dan, you got any hot water hanging around?" Let's say you come over and you visit, Tim. You say, "Hey, Dan, you got a hot water on demand system around here." Well, then you use the outdoor CR. That's the idea, and so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plan goes. But I like it. Yeah, well, I'm used to it now, Crystals. But you were right. In the beginning, I hated it. You were still in the stage of regulating your body temperature, Dan. You're not used to the cold water. This is so true because I've been here months now already, 3 months or so, and I just now realized that I'm used to the cold water. I could actually turn it on, and I don't even notice. I don't even notice the difference, in being in California and having a centralized water heater, or being here. But Tim points out it's very expensive. The compromise, Crystal, I think, is going to be to go ahead and put it in the outdoor CR. Only one outdoor unit, not put hot water on demand everywhere throughout the house. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it in that unit that's outdoors because it's easy, because we have the breaker switch already there, and the distance it has to travel from the breaker to where the outdoor hot water unit would be only for 3 or 4 feet. I mean, it's nothing, it's nothing to get power to it. So I think that is the answer. I think that's going to be our answer for doing that. So see what Tim says. Yeah, they go outside so they're not infringing on your privacy in the house. Right. And plus, we have our own CR in the room, just a couple steps from me, which I really appreciate. It's small, but it makes life worth living. But the bigger restroom, for the main part of the house is towards the back of the house. You actually have to walk through I don't know how or why it ended up here. It kind of makes sense that it's there, though. You walk through the living room and the kitchen area to the restroom that's in the back of the house. And so that is the main restroom for the house. But people seem to think it's more convenient to use the outside restroom, the outside CR. So, and also, listen, it's working out great. This whole thing is working out great so far because it's in operation, like I said. And the first get together we had for family the other day, everybody just gravitated towards that outdoor CR. They thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I knew that would be the right decision to build that thing, and that was mine and my idea only. And the other thing is, I think Filipinas will understand me when I know Tim well, right? The other thing, the reason for the outdoor kitchen was the dry fish and the stinky fish problem, right? So I probably could have lived with them cooking the stinky foods inside the house, but I was a little concerned that those smells would permeate, the furniture and the table and everything that we got in here. You would end up getting the smell and the curtains, and all those things. So that's working out great too. The tankless heaters in each shower, and yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, well, in that one out, um, the one that's going to be outside, we'll do a tankless water system. Yeah, water on demand, hot water on demand. That's how we'll solve it. So anybody who wants it, they'll be able to use that. And also, here's one more thing: when they're using the dirty kitchen outside, it will also send the hot water to the sink that's out there. So that also would come in handy. So I know the whole idea was to make is to get all the comforts of a Western house. And then the more I started thinking about it, the more I started to realize that we didn't need it. That there are reasons why the Philippines works so well the way that it's all set up. And that's because it's warm weather climate. It's tropical climate, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and hopefully it will stay that way forever. Oh, by the way, that leads me into wanting to talk about something else, right? And that is that I'm happy with the weather. I don't get depressed. I don't get excited. I'm happy most of the time. I don't even think about it if I'm going out in the rain. I just grab my umbrella and I said, "Hey, honey, it's time to go out to the Dunkin'." We just go. Yeah, the smell of fried fish stinks on your clothes and wardrobe. Yeah. So that's the other problem. The problem is it would be absorbed into you. And so here I'd be walking around town, and people would be going, "What's that? What's that odor? Odor. What's that smell?" Sir Dan, you need to put on a little extra deodorant, Oh, yeah. So what did Tim say about the dried fish? Oh, no dried fish in my house. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not going to tell people they can't cook it or eat it. That's their culture. That's Filipino culture. What do you do when your girlfriend Tim has the urge for dried fish? what what happens when she starts cooking up stinky food in your kitchen? Uh, I have no desire to smell dried fish anywhere, not even in the market. Oh, let's keep everything civil. No need to get into a fuss over dried fish, right? Yeah, let's eat breakfast. Let's eat a dried fish and rice breakfast. Dan, cats will follow you everywhere. Well, I kind of noticed this, right? I kind of noticed that the cats do show up when they start smelling the dried fish being cooked out there in the outdoor kitchen area. Dried fish is yummy. See, people keep telling me that, NetBan. And so my wife keeps trying. She says, "Listen, you'll love it if you try it. You'll love it if you try it." And so you know what? I think I am going to try it, NetBan. I think I will. I'm not trying it today, though. Just would like to point out, I have to build up. I have to think about it, and I have to build up to the moment. But I will, because everybody keeps telling me it's so yummy. See, Des thinks it's yummy. Let's see, as long as the dried fish is prepared a few kilometers away, it's okay. Tim says. Yeah, a few miles down the road, right, Tim? And you got no problem with it. Nipen, yeah, my favorite breakfast with fried rice and a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is the real life adventures of expats in the Philippines. Hey, by the way, I just want to remind everybody in the chat. Thank you, 11 people who are in here right now, and also go in and see the the lip pointing for directions video that just posted. We just posted that. I think it's kind of fun. You know, those Filipinos that I approached, they were good sports about they were good sports about doing the lip pointing for me. It took a little bit of convincing to get those young women to do that for me. I just would like to point that out. I don't know why they were embarrassed by it. Run them numbers up for me and the views on those on that video. I appreciate it. At least get it over 100. Crystal says you have to try it, Sir Dan. You'll forget your donut. I doubt that very much, Crystals, but I'll let you know. Hey, how about a dried fish topping on a donut? I wonder how well that would go over at Dunkin'. See, Mel says, this is what I've been hearing from everybody. It's like eating durian, right? It's stinky, Sir Dan, but it's yummy. So there you go. These are people that know, Netbam. These are people that know. 10 years from now, Dan will say, okay, I think I will try fishing. Oh, Larry, you know me so well. Well, if you're eating anchovies, Tim, I don't know what would be the problem with having dried fish on your pizza. You know, I mean, Shakey's Pizza with dried fish topping. I don't see a problem with that. Probably wouldn't even be able to tell, that they weren't anchovies, but it was dried fish. Let's see. Nitban says I like pretty much every kind of food. I never had any problem traveling overseas. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I would say that people are always giving me a quizzical look. The quizzical Dan look. Whenever they see me eating things like Senegal and chicken gizzards and intestines and stuff like that, I always get this look. I tell people that's food from my country, and they just start laughing. What country are we talking about? They say. I always say to them when I see them looking, I think, this is food from my country. I'm used to eating this, right? And then they say, well, what country is that? I said, that's the country that invented menudo. And I love Filipino menudo, by the way. Sweet and sour dried fish is so yummy. That sounds tasty to me. Try dried fish, Dan. I know you'll love it. And I'm going to try it. I promise you I'm going to try it. Did you try what bugs did you eat, Nitban? What bugs did you eat? Did you eat like the grasshopper or the cockroach, or which one did you try? There's good protein in there. There are scientists that say that sooner or later, everyone all over the world will be eating bugs because they are high in protein and very, very much available. You try donut top with dried fish then. Yeah, that probably would get me started on the yumminess of the dried fish. A little sweet and sour, crystals, something like that. Yes. Nitban says, once you try dried, you never want fried. That was quick, Nitban. That was very quick. Yeah, but I've seen how some people make the dried fish. I'm not impressed, Nitban. I'm not impressed. You would think that they would use some kind of a machine, like one of those machines they sell in the West, like that they use to make beef jerky. Something like that. But no, they put the fish out on the roof and stuff like that, the roof of their home. You can try the sweet and sour dried fish. That would be a good way to get me started, I think. Either on the donut, like Crystal suggested, or I would have sweet and sour dried fish. Well, a broiled fish dinner sounds pretty good. As a matter of fact, fish and chips sounds pretty good right about now. I'm kind of getting a little hungry. Cricket. Oh, Nitban ate cricket, grasshopper, and something I don't remember. No cockroach. So wouldn't that be something, Nitban, if you bit into a cockroach or a grasshopper and went flying away? Yeah. You're looking at the vendor, you're saying, I ordered it well done. Very, very funny. Very funny stuff. So I'm sure. So, Nitban, mysterious man from the East, let me ask you a question. Did you try those bugs when you were in Thailand? Is that where you had them? I'm just curious, because the bug stands are everywhere, right? They're everywhere. And so I don't know if the novelty is worn off. I don't see a whole bunch of people except for tourists going up there. I'll see vloggers going up there, ordering a small sack of bugs, and then they eat them for their YouTube channel. But I don't see many locals going up there and asking for grasshoppers, Well, there's nothing wrong with frogs. I'll tell you that. I don't know about the monitor lizard, and I definitely don't think the bats are for me. But I'll take tuna, please. Tuna out of a can. See, that's something that really is amazing about living here is so every day, every morning, early, I would say 5:36, the fish, someone will be coming down the trail here in front of the house, and they'll be calling out fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish. And you go out there, and then they got in a bucket, they got today's catch, and that is amazing. And a couple of times that has been bluefin tuna. Ooh, never eat bugs or insects. In a pinch, I might. All depends on how hungry I am. Oh, check this out. Folks, check this out. I'm really excited. So Nitban, this is the way, and others, this is the way that a subdivision comes together, right? So the other day, here's Dan walking down here I am walking down the trail, right, getting ready to catch the pedicab or a trike or a bike or a bus or a jeepney. I'm trying to find a way to get into town, and then the guy stopped. I look over to my left, and they're guys working. I said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And then next to them was the barangay captain. And I'm looking, I'm going, I didn't know at the time he was the barangay captain. Oh, hi, Mr. Dan. I heard about that you're living in the neighborhood now. And introduces himself to me, right? Which I think is fantastic. So frogs taste like chicken, also crocodile. Yummy. Fried crocodile, fried frog legs. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And so would you like to contribute to snacks for the crew? Oh, really? Snacks for the crew. So what's the crew doing? And it turns out that they're putting the light standards in. They're going to be going in when down the street, that they do that first before falling in behind and putting in the concrete driveway that's going to be coming into the subdivision. So of course, I want to donate, of course, for snacks, because these guys are putting in the street basically, and so now my muddy trail is going to become a concrete street. So I am so excited. So the barangay captain said that will be taking place on, they're going to start building it like Monday. They said December, the end of December, the last week in December, or second to last week in December, they're going to start pouring concrete. Yeah, it's messy in here. He says we need to clean the place up, and people are complaining. It's, that it's time to lay down some concrete so they could drive their vehicles through. So all the light standards and the posts are in now. And so I went down the trail, I counted them. They put in 8 light standards on my street. I'm so excited. This is the way a country is born, ladies and gentlemen. Infrastructure improvement. I'm so excited. I love the Philippines. I didn't realize things were going to be happening so quickly. They're happening fast. Build it and they will come, ladies and gentlemen. Build it and they will come. So, oh yeah, they use the sun. Yeah, not a machine. Not the dehydrator machine that they use in the West for making beef jerky or something like this. Yes, Thailand. Okay, so Thailand. So Nipan, did you hear me say that Ma'am Minnie and I are planning another trip to Thailand because we have friends coming in to Bangkok. We have friends from Sacramento coming into Bangkok, and so I said, "Whoa, there's a good reason for getting on a plane, right?" So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, Seth was here in the chat earlier. If you want to go in, Seth just returned back from Thailand. You want to see some great video? Go into Seth's travel vlogs channel, subscribe, like, and watch those videos of Seth and her husband moving around Thailand. I did a lousy job, by the way, doing video in Thailand. And the reason why is because I have been there so many times. I don't know what to show people that it would be different on my videos. You see, everybody goes to the same place, so they show the same temples, they show the same crowded street, they show all the weird people hanging out all over Thailand. They show all the normal people hanging out in Thailand. The whole thing is that I got bored really quickly with taking video. You know, my wife was like, "Aren't you going to take a video of this temple and that temple, and this is famous and that monument's famous, and the 3 elephants and the this and the that?" And I go, "No, I don't think so." She goes, "But why not?" I said, "Because anybody can go in and into YouTube, and they could catch a video. You know, 100 people are going to be showing the three-headed elephant. 100 people are going to be showing." Yeah, I don't know. I just lost interest in the whole thing. Oh, you've never eaten tuna out of a can? Well, that's a good thing because mostly it's a different kind of fish. They just put tuna flavoring in there. Frog is the best to eat, Sir Dan. Well, that you know what? I have frogs next door in the field. You know, can I eat those kind of frogs? Am I allowed to eat bullfrog? I had very small jumping shrimp, also raw squid in a sauce. Oh man, that sounds yummy. You know, except I'd be a little bit worried about getting stomach upset. That's the only thing. My stomach is made of iron. You know, it's not sensitive at all. But I still would have a second thought about that. Jason eats frogs, a monkey, and snake. Ooh. Snake might be an interesting thing to try. Yeah, some parts of the snake I hear are edible. Sometimes the fish vendors have double dead fish and not fresh. Yes, I know. And I was telling my wife, you have to be very, very careful. You have to learn about the color of the fish. You have to smell it. You have to take a look inside. And you can tell, all those things you have to learn that you tell whether it's actually fresh. Because I thought about it. Of course, one of the first things I thought about was, how do we know, Ma'am Minnie, that they're not going down to the wet market, buying the fish first thing in the morning, and then taking the fish down in the bucket, saying it you know, trying to make the extra commission. What if it's leftover fish? You know, what if it's leftover from the wet market? They give them a discount, then they come out and try and sell it as fresh fish. I don't know. All these crazy thoughts, you know, cross my mind on occasion. So, my Bella's here. Uncle Dan. I don't know. I don't know if the chat will understand. My Bell, is that like somebody coming up to you and saying, "Hello, Daddy"? Oh, yes, I am. I'm Mabel's Uncle Dan. Glad you could make it to the live. Nice to see you here. You know, red eye fish are double dead. Oh, really? So keep an eye out for the red eyes. Is that no matter what kind of fish it is? It doesn't matter what kind of fish, tuna or what. Uh, if they have the red eyes, that's double dead. Mabel said, "Hey, did you change your thumbnail? Am I just seeing it for the first time?" Mabel Torres. Yes, I heard checked tickets 2,500. What? Let's see. If you record, people will watch. Well, I think you're probably right about that, Nit Van. It was just me personally. I'm the one that had the problem, right? I go, oh yeah, because so when you're standing there like in front of the what is it, the where the king used to live? What's it called? The King's Palace, right? You stand there and you got your here. You got your. Let me get a prop. Okay, so I take this right, and I'm like, and then I'm having instant recall of all the videos that I've seen. You know, all the videos that I fell asleep watching, and then and then I put the camera away. Just like videos of the walking street. Well, pretty much, pretty much, Tim, you're right about that. But why? Tim, explain to me, as boring as those seem, right? Why are they getting so many views? Why do they get so many views? I mean, that's crazy. One of my walking street videos, I had to appeal to YouTube. They didn't want to monetize it. And I said, there's nothing in there. It's all good. And then they reviewed it, and then they allowed for monetization of it. So I kept saying to them, there's nothing in there. I'm not doing anything. I'm not taking video of naked women. I'm just walking down the street. No. Listen, I didn't mean to say that. There are no naked women on Walking Street. Annie is still with us. Thank you, Annie. Mel, hanging in there. Larry says hi, Mabel. Uncle Dan is in the house. Yes, let's eat breakfast. Yeah, it's time for breakfast. It's time for breakfast. It's time for Dan to make his run to the Dunkin'. I haven't heard any knocks on the door, so I don't know what Ma'am Minnie must be busy. Let's see. Yeah, but to those who want to buy our fish, it's always fresh. I know that, but you're in the, isn't your house, your house is in the ocean, isn't it, Melanie? Don't you step out of your house and the ocean is right there? Hey, before we sign off, I just would like to say that you folks that are here in the chat, I really appreciate you being here. I really do. I mean, there's never been a truer group of supporters than the ones that are here in the live chat right now. I just want to make sure that I express how much I appreciate you being here. Let's see, when I'm in a new area, I just want to see the sights and forget to take the video. Yeah, that has happened a time or two to me also. Yeah, it certainly has. I'm excited about your Christmas giveaway, Uncle Dan. Maybe we know the mechanics. The mechanics are simple. If I know you're alive, you're in the drawing. I didn't want it to make it too complicated. I have an assistant, Minnie's goddaughter, who's putting everybody's name on Excel spreadsheets. And so that Excel spreadsheet will print out, and then we'll cut it up. We'll cut it up. and mix it up. And it's going to go in here in this punch bowl or ice cream bowl that Tim says. And inside here, I got the 10K ready to go. See, count them. And a slip with your name is going to go in here, and then I'm going to draw. 5 winners will win this. 5 winners. 10 winners will get 500 peso bill. And it'll be on the spot to your GCash account. But I have another idea. Okay, I have one more idea to add to it. Swim across Chalpraya River with a GoPro. Yeah, I don't think I would make it. Yeah, it's been pretty high, the water level, by the way, Nitban. I don't know if you've seen it lately. All right, so here's the thing. I want to increase the odds of my regular supporters winning. And so I may see, I've been planning on sending out a little bit of Christmas cash in advance to those that have been faithful supporters since the very start of this channel. And so I've been thinking, should I remove those people out of the fishbowl or out of contention, since I'm going to already be doing something nice for them? See, that's the other thought I had. So no, I just gave away that there are 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 of you that most likely are going to receive a Christmas cash gift from me in advance. And then I started thinking to myself, should they have another opportunity to win Christmas cash in Sir Dan's Christmas cash giveaway on top of the little gift that I may be giving them in advance? So I don't know. You guys will probably have to help me out by commenting below. I want you to be able to have every opportunity to win the money that that's going to be available in Dan's 10K Christmas cash giveaway. But I am sort of planning on sending some of you some Christmas cash in advance. And so, I'm struggling with this idea that maybe since you're already a winner, maybe it would make it more fair for someone else to win some of the pot of money who normally would, don't receive money from me. Okay, Crystals, go take care of that laundry. Thanks so much for being here. And hopefully we'll chat with you a time or two during the week. So yeah, so I was thinking about that, yeah. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So there is a melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is fun. So anyway, that's what I've been thinking about. So let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. 7, 8, 9, 10K. Yay! Hoo! So you guys let me know what you think. Those of you who were friends on Facebook, you can message me and tell me what you think of that idea, But if you're messaging me, you're probably one of the ones that are going to get an early Christmas present from me. So I'm just letting you know in advance, I hope I didn't give too much information away about how this whole thing is going to work. So yes, it's a big wow. It's a big wow. There's a big wow factor in this thing. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Yes. I hope I didn't give too much away. I probably did give the whole thing away. Oh, why did I do that? I didn't publicly want to disclose that. I was going to private message you. And I was going to say, you're already a winner. You're a winner. You're a winner. You're a winner. Well, no, but I thought about this. I've been, Ma'am Minnie has been looking for a Christmas hat for me to wear. I probably won't do the beard thing, but I probably will wear the Santa Claus hat mid-band. So, yeah, stay safe or stay home, or be safe in your home. Let's see. That would be a big help for Chris, for those who would be chosen, Uncle. Yes, yes. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And that's why I'm doing it. Let's see. Knit Band and Sir Dan will have to practice perfect. Ho, ho, ho. I think I have the ho 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 part down. What about you, Knit Band? Yes, Merry Christmas. Oh my goodness. Look at Knit Band. He thought it was funny too. You're cracking us up, Crystals. You're cracking us up. Oh my goodness gracious. You're so funny. I love the idea, Sir Dan. That would be cool for the coming holiday. Yeah. Let's spread. You only get a couple opportunities during the year to no, it's not true. I kind of like to spread whatever I got around 12 months out of the year. But Christmas is special in the Philippines. That's the whole point. It's special, you know. All right. Well, this has been a fun live stream. But as Crystals knows, and Knit Band and everybody knows, and Mel, Des, they know where I hang out. Yeah, we should do that, huh? May we never forget the love we have for Jesus. Let him be one to guide us as another new year starts. And by the way, did you say you were going to come over and sing Christmas Carol at my doorstep? Because I certainly will be here, and I definitely will put that on YouTube. Yeah, maybe I could do a whole series of shorts, you know. As a matter of fact, that would be fantastic. Let's do this. For all of you who would like to do it, send me a video through Messenger. Send me a video of you singing a Christmas Carol. And we will put that up, and I'll start posting it as short videos. Would I be able to do that? I think so. I think I can get away with that. So let's see if that works. Yeah, you can sing. Exactly. You can sing. All right, everybody. So Larry, one more time to lead us out of this live stream. If you're still with us, I hope to God you're still with us. I don't know where this stuff comes from. It just comes out. It just comes out. I hope you're a winner. APAC Family TV. Even out of tune, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all about having a good time. And Knit Band says, bye, everyone. Donut time. Bye, everyone. It is most certainly donut time. Yeah, that's right. You might get a Christmas present from Uncle Dan. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy, plus always try to have fun. Those are words to live by. And we'll see everybody in the next live. Take care. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend, a great day, a great